a $1 million heist, a brutal gang, and a man forced into a Santa suit at gunpoint. They think he's a pawn, but he's the mastermind about to burn it all down. Merry Christmas, legends. Let's get into it. At the very start of the movie, we meet Rudy locked inside a jail cell. He had tried to steal a card, and for that crime he was sentenced to 5 long years. Sharing the cell with him is his closest friend, Nick. Nick once had a girlfriend named Millie, but after a bar fight where he defended her from men who were teasing, he ended up behind bars. That fight cost him his freedom and his relationship, because Millie left him. Yet from prison, Nick began exchanging letters with a woman named Ashley. For 2 years they wrote back and forth, and Ashley sent countless photos. Nick, however, couldn't send his own, so Ashley never saw his face. With only 3 days left until his release, both were thrilled. Nick promised that once Christmas arrived, he would spend the holidays with Ashley in a motel, celebrating the new year together. Rudy, meanwhile, planned to return home. Soon Rudy and Nick notice Alamo, another prisoner. Rudy explains Alamo had been locked in a cage without electricity, a brutal punishment. Alamo wrongly believes Rudy snitched on him, and his anger grows into a thirst for revenge. Later, in the mess hall, Rudy and Nick eat when worms crawl out of the food, sparking chaos. Amid the fight, Alamo charges Rudy with a knife. Nick steps in to protect him, and the blade pierces Nick. The scene cuts, and we learn Nick has died. Days pass, and Rudy finally walks free. On the bus ride out, he spots Ashley waiting for Nick. Overcome with emotion, Rudy steps off and pretends to be Nick. Reading Ashley's letters had stirred feelings in him, and now he takes Nick's place. Together they head to a motel, spending time as a couple. Ashley later takes Rudy shopping, buying him expensive clothes since she works at a prestigious company. Returning from the trip, Rudy resolves that once the holiday ends, he will confess the truth to Ashley before heading back to his room. Suddenly, a gang of goons storms into the room, grabbing Rudy and beating him, convinced he is Nick. Ashley arrives, but they seize her too. Their leader, Gabriel, is revealed to be Ashley's brother. Rudy desperately insists he isn't Nick, he's Rudy, the cellmate who stepped into Nick's place. He explains how he learned about Ashley through letters and pretended to be Nick, but nobody believes him. They throw him into a truck and haul him away. Even then Rudy keeps claiming he isn't Nick, but when they threaten to kill him, he panics and admits he is Nick. Gabriel immediately demands details about the casino. That's the real reason Rudy was kidnapped. Gabriel discovered from Nick's letters that Nick once worked in a casino, and now Gabriel wants his help to rob it. Rudy, clueless about the casino, stalls by asking for hot chocolate before revealing anything. Gabriel reluctantly agrees, but Rudy is just wasting time. Pressured further, Rudy studies a map of the casino. He claims the plan is outdated, the casino has been renovated, and nothing matches anymore. He insists he must visit the casino again to check everything. Gabriel agrees. Later, they stop at a hotel, tying Rudy's legs to the bed to prevent escape. Ashley tries to talk, but Rudy lashes out angrily. Ashley admits she knew Gabriel would eventually capture him and demand casino details. She urges Rudy to cooperate so they can leave, but Rudy fears Gabriel will kill him regardless. In truth, Rudy has no plan and never worked in a casino. Next, Rudy is dressed in a cowboy outfit and sent inside the casino with Ashley, given money to act like a player. 2 men shadow him closely. The scene shifts to the casino manager, Mr. Bang, whose business is failing despite new ideas. Mr. Bang approaches Rudy, and soon Rudy notices a young boy with a beard trimmed exactly like his own. Rudy quickly tells Ashley his mustache needs fixing and heads to the washroom. Meanwhile, one of the watchers questions a waitress about renovations. She replies there have been none since the casino opened. Realizing Rudy lied, the man rushes to the washroom. There he finds Rudy disguised in the boy's clothes while the boy wears Rudy's. Rudy attacks the man and sends the boy running. Gabriel and his men chase the boy, only to realize they pursued the wrong target. Spotting Rudy, they begin chasing him instead. Rudy is now sprinting through the snow, desperate to escape. He spots a road ahead and rushes onto it, flagging down a car. But fate twists cruelly, the car belongs to Gabriel. Realizing the danger, Rudy dives off the road into the snow. Gabriel raises his gun to shoot, but Ashley shoves him, sending both tumbling down to where Rudy landed. On the ground, Rudy grabs Gabriel's gun and bolts with Ashley. The gang chases, but suddenly the snow collapses and Ashley plunges into icy water. Rudy could flee, yet he dives in after her. Gabriel's men drag them out, only for a passerby to appear. Rudy begs him to leave, but Gabriel fears exposure and kills the man. Back at the hotel, Gabriel tortures Rudy, berating him. Ashley tends to Rudy afterward, and slowly he grows closer to her. Later Rudy tells Ashley he needs money too. It's Christmas, and they deserve a gift. He proposes a plan to take money from Gabriel, and Ashley agrees. Soon Gabriel again demands the truth. Rudy finally reveals it. Gabriel's crew has never committed a robbery. They only smuggled guns with trucks, clueless about theft. Rudy outlines points and hands Gabriel's man a fake security map. When his men leave, Rudy uses a hidden dart screw to break free from his chains. He sneaks into a car, expecting a gun inside, but finds nothing. Forced back, he re-enters through another way. On his way, Rudy hears Ashley's voice pleading, "Don't touch me." Alarmed, he grabs a knife and rushes over, only to discover Ashley with Gabriel in the pool. Their conversation exposes the shocking truth: they aren't siblings but lovers. Ashley had targeted Nick for 2 years, writing letters to lure him, so Gabriel could exploit her to rob the casino. Stunned, Rudy retreats to his room just as Gabriel's men approach. One checks his room, but Rudy quickly locks himself inside and pretends to be chained. Fooled, the man leaves. The crew prepares for their big heist. Christmas Day was chosen because security would be thin, with guards celebrating at home. Gabriel pays the hotel bill and notices Rudy watched 2 movies, each costing $10. Furious, he beats Rudy. Rudy asks for a gun, but Gabriel hands him a water pistol. Back in the truck, one of the men gives Rudy wine. Rudy fills the toy gun with wine and drinks. Gabriel then reveals their disguise. They'll dress as Santa Claus to enter the casino unnoticed. Night falls, and the crew, clad in Santa suits, marches inside for the robbery. Chaos erupts as the crew opens fire on everyone. One of them rushes toward the security room, guided by Rudy's claim that it was upstairs. But instead of the security room, he finds a storeroom. Luckily, the real security room is right next door. He storms inside, kills the guards, and captures Mr. Bang. Meanwhile, the others confront the cashier, demanding codes. The cashier insists there are no codes, all the money is stored in the next room. But as soon as they open it, heavy gunfire rains down, killing several of them. Ashley then appears, seizing a gun and pointing it at Rudy. She drags him to the money room and begins stuffing cash into bags. Gabriel corners Rudy, demanding details about the safe. Rudy had teased him earlier about a massive safe holding a big surprise, endless money. Gabriel drags Rudy and Mr. Bang into the office. There, Mr. Bang exposes Rudy's identity, declaring he isn't Nick. Finally convinced, Gabriel prepares to kill Rudy. But Rudy blurts out that a hidden safe lies behind the wine glass. Shockingly, Gabriel finds it. He orders Mr. Bang to open it, but inside is no money, only a gun. Mr. Bang grabs it and unleashes fury, shooting down Gabriel's men. Ashley and Gabriel seize the moment, leaping out the window to escape. Now a towering thug attacks Rudy. In the struggle, Rudy nearly secures a gun, but it slips away. Still fighting, Rudy snatches another weapon, only to realize it's the wine gun. The real gun lands in the thug's hands. He prepares to shoot, but pauses to light a cigarette, flaunting his style. Rudy spots the flame and cleverly sprays wine into it, igniting a blaze that engulfs the thug. Rudy escapes with the real gun. As he flees, Ashley and Gabriel ambush him, holding him at gunpoint. The scene shifts to their truck, where Rudy is bound once again. Together they drive toward a trench, with all their allies now dead. Their plan now was simple but cruel. Put Rudy in a car, stash money inside, and push it into a ditch. Everyone would believe Rudy, their supposed leader, had died, and the police would close the case. At the trench, Rudy mocks Ashley, calling her greedy. Ashley fires back, saying Rudy is the greedy one. After all, his friend was stabbed, yet he still pretended to be Nick to meet his girlfriend. Rudy suddenly realizes something. He never told Ashley about Nick being stabbed. How does she know? At that moment, Ashley shoots Gabriel. From the shadows, Nick appears, alive. In a twist that would make the syndicate blush, the dead friend returns. Rudy is stunned to learn that Nick wasn't a victim. He was the architect of the entire nightmare. Ashley's real name is Millie, Nick's true girlfriend. It turns out Nick had used Rudy's own heart against him, proving that in the world of elite criminals, the greatest weapon isn't a gun, it's a letter. In jail, Millie bribed Alamo with $100 to stab Nick in a way that wouldn't kill him, and then paid a hospital guard to spread false news of his death. From the start, they knew Rudy wasn't Nick. Nick knew Rudy would fall for Ashley, because whenever Nick read her letters aloud, Rudy listened and grew attached. Nick deliberately fueled Rudy's feelings, manipulating him into the perfect fall guy for a $1 million heist. Now they tie Rudy's hands and shove him into the car, planning to push it into the ditch. But Rudy clutches a hidden knife and frees himself. Being a car thief, he knows how to start vehicles without keys. As Nick pushes from behind and Ashley lights the front, Rudy fires up the engine, reversing suddenly and injuring Nick. He then drives forward and leaps out. Ashley tumbles into the ditch, and the car explodes. Rudy is knocked unconscious. Later he awakens, shutting a door where Nick is trapped inside, begging for help and offering to split the money. Instead, Rudy locks him in and sends the truck backward into the ditch, where it explodes. The story comes full circle. The friend who once cried now must kill the same man. Rudy collects both bags and heads home. Along the way, he drops money into the mailboxes of strangers, giving it all away. Rudy didn't just survive the heist, he became a ghost. By giving the money away to strangers, he deleted his past and became the legend no one saw coming. If you enjoyed this Christmas carnage, hit that like button and subscribe to Cinemaned. I'll see you in the next one.